Detroit, Michigan, the Motor City, home to the American car industry. The biggest, General Motors. Every car they've ever made started out here as a top secret design.
Last year alone, they sold more than 8 million automobiles. Tonight, I go behind closed doors and under the hood with the men and women of General Motors. Open doors.
Opening doors.
The people who are secretly designing the cars of the future.
A half hour north of GM's downtown headquarters is a 330-acre think tank where the focus is only on the future. The cornerstone of this complex is the 3-story technical center. Here, artists, engineers, and researchers are creating the new concepts that will keep GM in the fast lane of the high-stakes car game. Rick Wagner, president of GM, earns his $2 million salary overseeing global automotive operations for this $161 billion company.
How competitive is this business?
It's tough, particularly here in the U.S. And so you've got to offer the consumer a lot of things as far as the basic performance of the vehicle, but people won't look at your car if you don't have an exciting design.
Because corporate espionage is a constant threat, those new designs are kept under wraps. Security is subtle but tight.
You will have a red badge which requires you to have an escort while you're in the building.
These badges are computer coded, so access is restricted to certain locations and only certain hours of the day. On the second floor behind closed doors are 8 design studios. No one gets in here except those working directly on new concepts.
How far out are you designing?
Well, we're working anywhere from 3 to 4, out to 10 years or even further. It's a structured process that is really about sensing what customers will need in the future, even before the customer realizes it.
Inside the Corporate Design Center, which has never been seen on primetime television, artists and engineers work with the latest high-tech computers linked to a giant screen the size of an automobile. The whole team contributes, so the process that used to take several months can now be done in as little as a day. Jay Bernard and Bridget O'Kane are 2 of GM's top designers.
This is almost like a fun computer game.
Yes.
A grown-up computer game. Do you have certain limitations put on you?
Yeah, the engineers help us keep grounded in reality. We don't want to get too far out that we may create something that may scare the public, so to speak.
How many designs might you draw as you're making up a new car?
It depends on how long you are on a project, maybe 4 weeks. But in that 4 weeks, you can do hundreds. If you're on a couple of years, you can't count that high.
Once a new design gets the green light from an individual brand team, such as Cadillac, that design is turned over to their brainstorming group. They come up with various features and accessories for the concept car.
Okay, role-playing time. You're a sophisticated, professional type person. What kind of feelings do you get inside the car?
I think it needs to be really bold, but it also has to be really refined as well.
To me, that says something leading edge, new in technology and personality.
And the car would be programmed to recognize your voice pattern only.
What if you have a cold?
Can you make it so that when you push the button that unlocks the car, that if it's hot out, it will start cooling right away, or if it's cold out, it'll warm right away?
Sure.
If we can go beyond that, we can actually have it so it responds to you differently than it would respond to anybody else.
Behind this closed door is the cave. Engineers can transform this plain white room into a mirror image of any concept car interior. You're looking at a 3-dimensional model of a brand new Cadillac called the Evoque that sources say will come out in 2003. 3D glasses fitted with a tracking device and advanced computer images allow designers and engineers to move around the car in virtual reality. It's here they test the features and accessories that came out of the brainstorming sessions. To our camera, things look distorted, like the giant steering wheel. But with these glasses, everything is in the proper perspective.
So with this, you could actually feel like you're sitting in a car, and you can decide whether the gear shift feels like it's close enough to you?
Yes, and in fact, we've had people that felt so comfortable they've set things down like cellular phones on consoles that didn't exist.
It's very cool.
And if
If we decide that a change needs to be made, the studios will go back, work on their math-based systems, and then send the data right back down here, and in a matter of hours we can be looking at an alternate design.
Once GM's hierarchy approves a design, the concept car takes form. First, they sculpt a full-size vehicle in clay so they can adjust shapes easily. The next prototype is built out of a hard, dense foam. It's carved by a computer milling machine, then painted, accessorized, tires are put on, and it's evaluated again. Believe it or not, this is just a foam model of that 2003 Cadillac Evoque. After another set of approvals, they hand make a car from steel, which can take 30 people up to 20 weeks, including the finishing touches. These fully functional, one-of-a-kind models can cost up to $5 million apiece. The gamble? Only a few concept cars ever make it into mass production. Most will never be seen by the public. They stay here for reevaluation, concealed even within these secured hallways.
All right, why are these vehicles covered? We've gone through several layers of security.
Well, we do allow suppliers and vendors to come in and view some of the projects they're working on, but there are other projects that we don't want them to see.
All right, can I just take a little peek?
You can look, but I don't want to put it on film.
Okay, don't look. Ooh.
The futuristic ideas that go into concept cars are often way ahead of their time, so nothing is ever thrown away.
And it's actually our third level of security.
Oh, again?
Behind several locked doors, we were taken to the top secret vault. Few people in the company even know it exists. There's no money in it, but to General Motors, the treasures in here are worth billions.
Joan, this is the fourth level of security here at Design Center.
All right, now this is the ultimate closed door at General Motors. This nondescript room with ordinary filing cabinets houses the photographs of all significant vehicles they've ever designed. It's never been seen before until now. Can we open any of the files?
Well, the first ones we'll look at go back pretty far. Wow, this is pretty neat. This is
what is this?
This is a 39 vehicle. This is a prototype that was never manufactured. Pretty advanced for that period.
So it's a little too much, too fast, too soon?
I think so. And this is a concept vehicle from 54, I believe.
Did it ever get made?
No, it was a two-passenger Oldsmobile.
Wow.
That was done for a Motorama. It's purely a concept.
Look at that sticking out in back, like a little rocket ship.
Yep. And this, oh yeah.
This is newer.
This. Yeah, this was a concept for a mid-engine Corvette that was done. It's called the Aerovet.
So these photographs that are here could get made one day.
That's right.
These are never-before-seen designs. A 1988 Pontiac GTO, a 1995 Chevrolet mid-engine Corvette, and something called a hinge car, which never came out in 1989. What you're seeing now is a first-time look at GM's top-secret automotive museum, worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Behind these closed doors, concept cars are housed and preserved. This one-of-a-kind showroom is off-limits to the public. In fact, there's only one place the public ever gets introduced to any of these designs. For 70 years, the Super Bowl of this industry has been the car show. It has now grown into a yearly international circuit where manufacturers unveil their top-secret concept cars, from Frankfurt to Tokyo, from Detroit to Los Angeles. If the response is good, testing of these concept cars begins out in the real world.